Hello and welcome. I am Raghav. Of late, I have been getting a lot of messages and comments on the topic, is AI going to replace QA? Is AI going to replace our jobs and our roles? So I decided I will make this video. In this video, we are going to discuss how AI is reshaping QA, what changes are coming to our jobs and our roles, things and the risks we have to watch out for, and then I will give you 3 practical steps that you can start doing today so that you can remain relevant in your jobs and in your roles. Okay, so is AI going to replace QA? Is AI going to replace test engineers and take our jobs? A very simple and short answer to that is AI is not going to replace QA engineers or testers, but the QA engineers and testers who use AI are going to replace those who don't. Let me give you an example and analogy to this. Let's say we have two QA engineers A and B. QA engineer A knows how to use AI, and with the use of AI, he or she can generate hundreds of test cases within few seconds or few minutes. And QA engineer B does not know how to use AI to generate automated test cases, so he or she will be creating them manually, and it can take hours or days to create all the test cases. Let's say they are creating 100 test cases. So obviously QA engineer B will have difficulty in maintaining their job and their role versus QA engineer 1. Similarly, let's take another example. In case you are given a job of reading a scenario, or let's say a requirements document, and come up with the 5 most important scenarios, or maybe come up with the edge use cases. Now if you know how to use AI or tools of AI that can read or analyze the document or the scenarios and come up with the edge test cases, or can get the 5 most important scenarios out of the requirements documents, of course you will be more preferred in your job and in your role. And somebody who does not know this, how to do this, and they will be doing it manually taking hours and days, will not be preferred. And it's not just test creation for manual QA, it is also for automated QA, and it is already here. For example, we have tools like Catalan Studio, Mabel, Functionize, XLQ. All these use AI to generate test cases, and there are options to generate test cases. And then there are other things like finding the object locators, automating the finding of object locators, and also creating auto heal locators, where when the test is running and if the locator changes what we have already added to our test case, if there are some changes in the backend, maybe the ID changes or some locator properties changes, still the tool can find the object and continue with the test. So these things are already here, so we just need to learn them, how to use them, and we have to be prepared with them. So this is what is going to happen, and it is already happening now. Okay, so all these examples tell us that if we learn how to use AI tools that will help in our daily work, it can be in manual testing, automation testing, it can be creating of documents, creating of scenarios, creating of edge cases, bug reporting, bug detection, finding flaky tests. Whatever is your job, you can find out what are the AI tools available. If you are already using some platform or tools, see what are the AI capabilities they have, and then start learning them and using them, and this is how you will remain relevant. Now what are the things you have to take care, and what are the risk factors? See, AI is at the end of the day machine, or maybe some scripts and some tools and programs, so they can make mistakes, or in case you do not feed them correct data, in case you do not use them properly, they can make mistakes. So this is very, very important. Whatever AI feature or AI tool or AI platform you want to use, make sure that you learn it, how to use it properly, what things you should say to it, so that you can get the best possible results. And see, again, this all comes down to learning how to use AI tools properly and be efficient with it and be thorough with it. So we can again take an example that there are 2 people, they are QA engineers or testers, they both know how to use AI, but one person knows the most efficient way to use AI to how to extract the best possible information, or how to make the best use of AI tools or AI features in the platform. So that person will be more preferred in the job and in the role. Okay, now what are some 3 or 4 things that you should do today, you can start doing today, and become better in your jobs, in your roles, and you can also start using AI. The first thing that you should do is learn prompt engineering. Now, what is prompt engineering? It is the process of using AI and asking it the right questions or doing an effective communication with the AI tool or feature so that you can get the best possible and most efficient answers and solutions. Now, it can be as simple as using some AI chat tools like ChatGPT or Gemini and asking them right questions, effective questions. So you can actually do a little exercise. You can go to ChatGPT and you can just ask it that this is my question, whatever you want to ask on any topic, whatever you want to ask, just ask your question, and before asking your question also write this, that this is what I want to know, tell me if this is the best possible question. Or you can say that look at this question and suggest improvements, updates and additions to make it better. Compare this question with the top 10% of questions asked on this platform and then suggest improvements and give me the final draft with your suggestions and improvements, and put your question and then see the response you get from the AI chat. So you will see a huge difference on what you have written and what you have got in the response. And this is exactly what is prompt engineering. You can use it for any AI tool or feature that you are using for your testing, your automation, your QA work, and this is how you can start today. The second thing that you should do is whenever you use AI, always look at it. If this is what you expected to get and this is what it is running on the lines that you are expecting it to run on, and it is giving you right solutions, so that you do not make up any mistakes by not asking correct questions or not doing effective communication with the AI platform or tools. So you have to learn the prompts and then you also have to validate the results. Okay, next what I will suggest you is, whatever job you are doing today or whatever you are into in your testing, QA roles and responsibilities, you can find out yourself by using all these AI tools, AI chat platforms, or just go to online and see what are the tools, AI tools you can use for your work. You can also ask your peers or your colleagues what they are using or how what they think about it, and then you can shortlist some AI feature or tools that will help you and start learning them. And when I say start learning them, it is just that you should know how to use them and how to ask effective questions and make effective communication so that you get the right and efficient responses. Okay, so the bottom line is, as I said earlier, AI is not going to replace QA engineers. AI is not going to take our jobs, but the QA engineers or testers who know how to use AI effectively are going to replace the ones who don't. Okay, so I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, any comments, do write them down in the comment section, and if there is any other topic you want me to discuss on, also please mention it. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching and never stop learning.